Hello friends, we are going to look at the island of Trinidad, which is very near to Venezuela. But Trinidad is an independent country, Trinidad and Tobago that is. So this is the Audrey Jeffers Highway, and we're going to look at a waterfront, which is the waterfront just off of Audrey Jeffers Highway. And that's it there. It's that strip, that's seacoast. And you can see the mangroves, the green. You can see the stadium. And you can also see that it has a hotel there and a entertainment establishment called Movie Town. And this is the Audrey Jeffers Highway waterfront car park, which also doubles as a place to just rest and to learn how to drive, I guess. This is the actual waterfront on the left. And we're going to look at how to get there. That's a stadium on the left. Right straight ahead are the mangroves on the seafront, which you can't see because the mangroves are blocking it. I believe this road is called the Marval Parkway, and that's highway ahead, that's crisscrossing, that is the Audrey Jeffers Highway. And if you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe and like, share, let people know. Subscriptions are free, and you can stay in touch with JB, that's me, on JB's Man Cave. So I speeded it up a bit there because I wanted to get to the meat of the whole video, and that is the waterfront on your left. You can see those mangroves there, which help to retain the coastline and have been a big historical front for the whole Port of Spain area. You know, the whole of Port of Spain, MUCURAPO, and these areas were all with mangroves. And mangroves serve for a lot of important purposes with nature and biodiversity. I am not a biologist, but I can tell you that without mangroves, a lot of the living beings in the sea and on land too would not benefit as much as if they are there. It also helps with coastal erosion and many other things. You can look it up. My point with this is that this area here, they want to make it a parkway. And what does that mean? It's kind of like a promenade. And they have done something like that in Chagaramas. And that walkway that they put there, well, they really haven't done much with it because nobody, for me at least, uses it. And what happens is when they put up all these things, then they tell you you can't go there, you can't do this, you can't, and they start privatizing everything. Now, when I was a kid, you could come here and sea bathe. That's right. This was a beachfront, and it wasn't all these rocks, and it wasn't as dirty, and it wasn't with all this mess that you're going to see just now. You could actually come here and swim. Now, nobody swims here. I mean, of course you will see one or two, but nobody uses it as a beachfront to go and use it in the ocean. And just now you'll see why, because there's a big river that basically, for want of a better word, vomits out all the trash of everybody on the mountain and on the flats right here. Now the unfortunate thing is this could really be a really nice area. I mean, the tide is out, you can see all the rocks, all the formations, the ocean, the mangroves in the background, but then, you know, it will just be commercialized. All those mangroves will probably go away, and yeah, you'll be able to walk, and then what? More businesses, more concrete. I'm not saying that areas can't be developed, you know, but developed for what purpose? That's the underlying thing. Like what they did with Chagaramas, I don't know. On one hand, they're saying they develop it, but then they develop it so that only private companies can charge you to go there when it was free before. There's so few areas that you can actually go for free, relax, bathe, and whatnot. And they just seem to be taking more and more of it away. So here used to be a beachfront, and then they took it and made it a car park. That's right. So you could only come here and park your car and watch the ocean but not bathe in it. In addition to that, a lot of private companies, driving companies, come and use the car park for driving lessons. That's right. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But again, the commercial aspects. Why couldn't it have been a beachfront? Why couldn't it have been an area where you could just relax without having to worry about, what they're going to build here? Sometimes these things are stressful for me because, as a kid, I saw a lot of green. I really saw a tropical island called Trinidad, and now I just see a concrete jungle. Where you turn, it just gets more and more concrete, less and less green. No coconut trees. The birds become few and sparse. Trash everywhere. And I know some of you think, oh, why are you complaining again? Why don't you just focus on the positives? Well, why should I focus on positives if they're already positive? Does that make sense? You focus on the things that need to be changed and for people to be aware so they can be aware of their surroundings. The power is always in the people, huh? Don't be fooled. I'm not gonna go into politics or name anything or whatever. My point is that as a people we have to be more aware of our surroundings. Now, for instance, look at this trash. Did that trash land there by itself? No, it's the people. People had the power to make that happen. And you saw that poster that I just showed you? That was a poster about the inability to record nature. And a lot of that comes from when the authorities take over an area and either privatize it or suddenly tell you, you know what, this is a public area but you can't record it. So my point here was to actually record this before they come and start making it commercialized. A promenade, a parkway, or whatever you want to call it. I can only remember the days of sea bathing where hair was all green and sandy. There wasn't all this trash. There wasn't trash just being emptied into the ocean. It's all going away. Those of you who can remember this, please comment in the comments area. Like and share and let me know. Thanks for watching.